Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and while you're at it, hit that little bell. It will send you a notification every time I post a new video. That way you can keep up to date. But let's go ahead and jump into what today's video is, and that is the Penn Pursuit 4. One of Penn's new reels they came out with this year. They've been kind of hard to find, and I actually got my hands on one of these a couple weeks ago. Long story short, when I got it, I opened up the package, noticed the box was pretty smashed up, but I really didn't think much of it. When I pulled the reel out of the box, the bail wire was smashed up against the spool, so it wasn't usable. But that's nothing on Penn. That's not Penn's fault. That's on the delivery company, so no fault to them. But I got this in a few days ago, so now I can finally talk about it, and let's just jump into it right now. All right, some of the features of the Penn Pursuit 4 is the HT100 drag system. Really good drag system. It doesn't have the felt washers in it anymore that kind of get smashed down over time and you lose a little bit of that drag. They've got those carbon fiber discs in there that actually really make a good drag on this. It has 4 sealed stainless steel bearings in there, so, and it's, I mean, as you can see, I mean, that's smooth. That's a lot of rotations with a single spin on there. That's not bad at all. So decent amount of bearings, not the most in there, but it's plenty to be a functional reel. Along with the stainless steel bearings, it's also got an anti-reverse bearing. So when you're reeling and you get that hit, the handle doesn't have any travel backwards. So you can't make that travel backwards at all. That's good. That's an instant hookup. So you don't have that little bit of play when a fish hits. All right, and it also has the rubber ring around the spool. What that allows you to do is to tie your braid directly to the spool, and you don't have to worry about that braid slipping, so you get a real nice tight spooling of your braid when you put it on there. And as always, it has the line capacity rings right there. That way you can tell how much line you got on the reel. As far as looks go, it changes it up a good bit from the Penn Pursuit 3. We've got nice silver accents here around the spool. We've got the silver bail wire. We've also got a solid silver handle. And this little guy right here, the power knob, that is what sold me on getting one of these. I've been wanting to reel with the power knob for a long time. And I'm a huge Penn Pursuit fan. I've got Penn Pursuit 2s, I've got Penn Pursuit 3s, and I thought I might as well get a Penn Pursuit 4 because it's got that power knob like I'm on. So it may be silly, but that is what sold me on getting one of these. And in fact, I'll backtrack to that story to get this getting damaged. I ordered it off of Amazon. Of course, it came damaged, so I did a return on it, and I ordered a second as a replacement. Amazon was kind of slow on getting it to me, so what I went ahead and did was found it on another website. I think it was Fisherman's Headquarters. They're based out of New Jersey. Found the Pursuits on their website. So I went ahead and ordered one from there as well because Amazon was just taking forever to get it shipped. This one shipped, and then like the next day, the one from Amazon shipped. So I've got 2 of them now. Don't tell the wife I told her it was an accident that I forgot to cancel that one, but it wasn't so much an accident, but it is what it is. And I completely lost my train of thought there, but yeah, we'll just pick up somewhere. The differences between the Penn Pursuit 4 and the Penn Pursuit 3, and I've actually got one of the 3s right here as well. I can get it pulled up here for you. Not a tremendous amount of differences, but there are a few minor differences, and obviously the handle itself. You got the silver accent to this handle. This handle is black on the Pursuit 3, the power knob. There's a little bit of a milling right here at the bottom of the spool too. It's not a completely flush. It's got a slight indentation right there around the holes that they've milled through there. This one doesn't have that. The 3 is completely flush. It doesn't have the milling around the holes there. The top of the spools are slightly different. You can see here, this just says the HT100. Then it's got little bitty letters that says less, more, which gives you a direction to tighten or loosen the drag. Same with here, except it does have a lot bigger, more, less there for the drag, and also has a max drag of 15 pounds labeled on there. As far as the body goes, they're the exact same. There is no difference. The exact same bodies. The body on the 3 is identical to the 4. The only difference is, let me flip this around this way. This one says Penn Pursuit 3. This one says Penn Pursuit 4. Other than that, the body's 100% identical. They changed absolutely nothing on there. One other small improvement that I kind of like, it's not really an improvement, it's an aesthetic improvement. The cap that covers the reel slot here, where you can flip it around and you can make it a right-handed reel. On the 4, it's black, and I think it blends in real good. I think that's a sleek look. On the 3, it was silver. The cap was silver, just kind of meh, cheap looking. The one here on the 4, I think is a much better looking cap. And the Penn Pursuit 4 comes in a variety of sizes, down to 2500 up to 8000. The 2500 size does not have the power knob on it. 3000 to 8000, they all have the power knob, so that's pretty cool. I think that's neat. They even included the power knob on the 3000 size reel. You don't really find that on a whole lot of 3000 size reels, so kudos to Penn for that. Now, to jump into the major differences between the Penn Pursuit 4 and the Penn Pursuit 3, there's not a whole lot of them. There's really 2 that I would consider kind of big but not huge, and of course number 1 is the obvious, the power knob. But if you jump down to the 2500, you're not going to get the power knob. And the second is, inside this has the sealed ball bearings. It's not a sealed reel. It's not like the Spinfisher where it's actually sealed. It's just the bearings are sealed. In the Penn Pursuit 3 and earlier models, they didn't have sealed stainless steel bearings. They just had regular stainless steel bearings. Does that make a difference? I have no idea, but it's just something to think about. As far as size goes, I went with the 4000. I knew I was going to get a new reel or 2 for the past 6 months or so, and I kept telling myself, you know what, I'm going to step up. I'm going to get that 5000 size reel. I can't make myself do it. I'm a weirdo. I don't like heavy gear. Even when I'm trying to target like a bull red, I still like to use the 4000 size. I enjoy the fight, so I don't go out and buy super heavy gear, but I also don't go and buy the ultralight gear. I think the 4000 size is right there in the middle. The gear ratio on the 4000 is a 6.2 to 1 ratio, and what that means is for every 1 complete revolution of the handle, the rotor is going around 6.2 times. So if you're not familiar with gear ratio, that's how that works. All right, and what my plan is here, the next week, maybe 2, I'm gonna get some time in the water with these. I'm gonna use them on set rigs, and I'm also gonna throw some lures just to see what I can find. But I want to get a second part of this review for you. That way, it's not just first impressions. There's actually, you know, they've been fished, and I know how they perform that way. I'm expecting great things. I've got a couple Penn Pursuit 2s that I've used for 4 or 5 years now. They perform flawlessly. I have no doubt this is gonna. But until then, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. So until next time, I'll see you later.